Today happened to be another glorious opportunity for us to have one-on-one interaction with one of the experienced personalities, very well-to-do educationists in Ghana. This interaction is going to be an astounding one. We'll be right back.
My name is Beatrice Asafo-Agyei. I'm a Voltarian.
Okay.
I stayed most of my life in Tema because I work in Tema. I've stayed in Committee 5, 4, 7, and 8. I worked with Givjoy boatyards. Formerly, we were allowed to sweep.
Okay.
We were allowed to go to riverside to fetch water.
Okay.
But now we have pipes. It's just in the rural areas that you see children going to the farm, going to fetch water. But here in Accra or in a developed place, you see that they only go to the tap to go and fetch water. So I was transferring those activities into my children and grandchildren. Because according to the Montessori system, at least by the age of 6, the child should be independent. So I allowed them to cook, I allowed them to sweep, I allowed them to do their basic washing. And I realized that they were responding to that. So when I said, okay, if that be the case, at that particular time, I don't have the facility. So I opened a small school, like a home care. Then from there, when I had retirement, my daughter had her third child. So I have to come and take care of her. That made me to come here too.
The first daughter or the last daughter?
Sorry, the last daughter.
The last daughter.
Yes.
Okay. You are into the Montessori thing now.
Yes. So now to train the teachers, parents, and school heads, and those who want to know more about the system and how the system works. The Learning Act Montessori College of Education. You see, as many people that entered into Lowest Act, they were saved. So when you come here, you will be saved.
Wow. So the same phenomenon.
Yes. We started here 10 years ago. 20 people graduated.
20.
Yes.
So from 10 years back to now, how many people approximately?
Approximately, we have graduated about 250 people. I may say yes because people are coming from other regions to have the training here. So I would say yes.
What is your target audience?
My target audience are teachers, parents, and school owners, and at times kids too comes here for workshop. The private schools teachers do patronize. At the same time, parents, because now the parents want to know what goes on in the classroom. So whatever their kids come home to tell them, they try as much as possible to inquire from the teachers that what is going on. So based on that, they also come for the training so that they can assist their own children at home. Yes, the course is for everybody.
Everybody.
So we have certificates and diploma.
Wow.
And we have programs for nannies and teaching assistants.
Okay.
So it depends on what you want to go into.
Okay.
Yes.
Teachers in the private school, it's assumed they perform better than those in the public schools. Do you think Montessori is part of this assertion?
I may say yes from Montessori point of view, because with the Montessori system, our class size is very minimal compared to the public school that the class is big. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
So when it comes to the small size of class, you see that all the kids have an attention, unlike the public school, where the kids are outnumbered the teacher. So I would say from Montessori point of view, yes.
Ghana, do we need Montessori right from the public schools?
Yes.
We need it.
We need it. If the government wants to change, there will be a change. But if the government doesn't want to change, then the public school might not change, plus some of the private schools. For example, government use textbooks to teach their kids or their children. We don't have any textbook in the market, but we have resources or learning materials to do the same thing that is in the book. But the child, especially those who are visual learners, get the concept faster than those who are not visual learners.
Do you think salary structure is the reason why teachers are not performing?
I may say yes and no. Now, the government schools are not practicing Montessori per se, but they are using some of the method indirectly. So there is no name attached to the facility that they are using or the method that they are using as a Montessori material or curriculum.
Okay.
I get it.
I understand.
Because they are not practicing, and the private schools are those who are practicing. So they pay according to what they can afford.
Okay.
But with the trained teachers from the government side, it is the government that is paying them. So they cannot bargain their salary initially. So the private school is only paying you what he or she can afford based on the number of children, school kids that he or she has in the school. Montessori have 5 curriculum areas, that is practical life, sensorial, language, maths, and culture.
Okay.
And all these areas has to be resourced. So there should be a shelf in the classroom so that all these areas, learning resources, has to be available in the classroom. So when we talk about prepared environment, we are saying that the environment is so prepared that every learning area is resourced. So you can only identify some of the schools who have the resources in their schools. Some of them don't have all. So they are doing hybrid. So hybrid means that they are using 2 facilities, like GES and Montessori. But if you have an idea about Montessori, when you enter the school, you will know that they are not practicing, but rather they are using the names. There is always a communication between us and them. Some come back for refresher courses, or if you are organizing any program that is maybe a career development program, we call them to come in. Then those who are having challenges to also call on us to see. Some of them will go to their school to see how they are performing.
District directorate, how often do they visit?
Oh, I may say, because it's a foreign program, which has nothing to do with them, they don't come here much. After certifying you, it's only NASA that has come here.
So life in America, how was it?
Oh, life in America, precisely in Canada, because I went on visitation, I went on visit. It wasn't so much tiring for me because after the first 2 weeks, I was introduced to a family to do caregiving. So through the caregiving, then another family also wants their kids to be looked after. So that is where I decided to go in more and seize the opportunity within my duration to learn more. So from there, I also volunteer in a school, a practice Montessori school. That is called Bambini Montessori School. To have a voluntary work there to know how the kids relate to their teaching and learning materials. With that much support from the teachers, because Montessori is saying that we should follow the child. So maybe a child might come from home thinking about something that he learns the previous day, but he wasn't getting it. So when he enters the classroom, he just goes straight to the material that he was thinking about. So we also allow them, because the moment you interrupt, the interest will go off. So we allow them also to explore. Then when they are settled, the whole concept was that I want to equip myself before retiring. I do only Montessori training and workshops. The strength of the staff, it depends on the activity that we are going to do or the program that we are going to do. But I can say we have 5. The teachers are directors. We only direct.
Those who train are facilitators.
We are facilitators or directors. We are only directing against the public school that teach. So you are teaching whether the child understand or not. You have taught. But this one, we are directing you to do this at a particular time. Maybe late payment of, delayed payment of school fees or course fee, I may say. That is the major challenge. Initially, they might tell you that this is what they can afford. But the moment you admit them, then they start dragging their feet because everything has been factored into the course fee based on the resources. So maybe their first installment might be only on the resources. What about the tuition? What about the user fee? My shout out first goes to Beatrice who is working with Let's Talk, also a Montessori practice school. Comfort Dugbenu, who is the owner of Jasper Montessori School. My daddy, who is Mr. Into at Kofodia now, who is working with Ministry of Education, and Marvin Ankra, who is with Point. Not forgetting all of you anyway. I love you all.
Mommy, if you are given the opportunity to travel to overseas again, not purposely America, which country would you go?
I'll go to either Singapore or Malawi. Oh, their method of education is also different, just to add value. Those who are called or have passion for kids, but they are not trained or they are not ready to go to the normal teacher training college, they can do a startup with the Montessori College of Education here. So we admit SHS students too. Now, with parents, we also invite you to come and train or learn about the Montessori method of education so that at the end of the day, you will be available for your children and support them when they are doing their homework or assignments. School owners, you are not left out. We are also inviting you to come in so that when teachers are teaching, you will know exactly what they are teaching, because you are now going to speak one language from the Montessori method of education. Contact us on 024 330 1061 or 020 972 1254. Our location is at Broadcasting Junction. We are in between Hazelway International School and Rinsing Royal Montessori School.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
There's a difference between a Montessori school and a Montessori school. We have good Montessori training schools like Learning Arc Montessori College of Education. So all time too soon, we have come to the end of this interaction. Madam Beatrice Asafo-Agyei was our guest today. Do well to contact Learning Arc Montessori College of Education. Call them and then have your wife, your child, or you yourself enrolled. I bet you will learn more and more. Had I known, is always at last. Once again, I'm Ransford Kwabnajati. See you soon.